Hi, I am Life Coach Latricia Booker with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to walk in our true divine purpose. That is the truth of who God created us to be. And so in today's video, I want to talk to you all about fear and separation and faith and unity. And so today we are facing this pandemic called coronavirus, COVID-19. Now, what I'm sharing here applies across the board at any time, but I speak about what's happening now specifically because I see what I'm going to speak about in a more in a huge way. And so let me get right to it. So right now we're in this position where we are being told to be socially distant. In other words, socially distancing, not being too close up on each other because of contaminating one another with this virus. And so what's happening is, because of the social distancing, we are separating. And it's kind of like we are being forced to separate ourselves from each other, from people, from society, so to speak, to a lot of extent. Of course, some of us are still interacting and around our loved ones and certain people that we work with or whatever. But the idea is this social distancing is causing separation. It's causing us separation among each other. But also, we have to be very careful about becoming distant from God. And what do I mean by that? So, this social distancing, because of the fear of catching this virus, fear in itself causes separation. The fear of catching this virus causes people to separate themselves from others. Fear, just fear in itself, is a separation from God, because fear is the opposite of faith. So, you want to be very careful, not only in this time while this pandemic is happening, but always. Be careful to not operate in fear, because fear separates you from God. What brings you in unity, in closeness to God? Faith. Faith. When you operate in faith, you are in alignment with God. You are in alignment with who you are in God to some extent. The idea is, when you operate in faith, you remove the separation and you activate unity. You activate alignment, and that's really where you want to be. So you want to be very careful to not operate in fear, even though this is going on around the world, and even though we are being forced to be distant from others socially. Be very careful that you're not operating in fear. Make sure you're operating in faith. And how do you do that? You remember the promises of God. You stand on His word. Whatever your purpose is, whatever your mission is, your life mission, that hasn't changed. Whatever God has promised you, whatever wealth He's called you to, those things haven't changed because of what's going on. So you continue to operate in faith, believe those things, hold those visions, keep those things at the forefront in the midst of what's happening. Now, there are also many people who are feeling isolated because we are being forced to isolate, just like this social distancing. People are in isolation and they are feeling alone. Now, I just wanted to say that you are never alone, because God is always with you. He said He would never leave you nor forsake you. But you have to stand on that. You have to know that. You have to believe that. You have to have faith in that, because He's right there with you if you just will allow Him in. So never think that you are alone. Don't operate in fear. thinking you are alone, thinking that you are separate, not only from people, but from God. But faith it, knowing that you are protected, you are good, and God is right there with you. You are never alone. Even if you're not around people, you are never alone. And many of times, being in isolation can be a good thing because it gives you time to be alone with God without any distractions. So you all, I encourage you to eradicate separation and fear from God, and to activate faith, unity, and alignment with God. And so I'm going to go with that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please also click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. Also, you can connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Latricia Booker, and on Twitter at Kingdom Business 9. That is Kingdom Business with one S and the number 9. Oh, and yes, now you can connect with me on Likee. Likee, Likee at 1 Dr. Booker. That is the number 1, DRBOOKER, 1 Dr. Booker. And so you all, that is my time. So I am out. Peace.